Hello and welcome. Today we're working on some Grumpy Cat cookies. This cookie was made by baking 4 cookies together. They melt together when you bake them, creating one large cookie. You'll find the template to this design on Patreon. We're starting the cookie with some runny black icing. I'm painting the inside of his ears to create a little bit of dimension in that part of the cookie. Next, I've cut up the template and I'm using a black food marker to trace my lines onto the surface of the cookie. I'm using a number 2 piping tip and some black royal icing, and I'm going to be outlining the design on the cookie right now. I'm flooding the top part of his ears immediately. Now I'm working with some ivory icing and a tipless bag, and I'm just flooding his little paws. Now I'm working at my airbrush station, flooding the mask area of his face in the same ivory icing. And while the icing is wet, I'm going to be using my airbrush and some brown color. And immediately while the icing is wet, I'm going to be airbrushing his eyes. The wind from the airbrush will actually cause some rippling there in the eyes, and it creates a cool effect. I decided to dust around the edges of his paws as well. Now I'm flooding his eyes. I'll be painting the pupils on after, once the icing has had time to dry. Grabbing some deep pink here, a nice pink color, and flooding the surface of my heart. This could be done in any color you like. Now I have some light pink and I'm just doing his lip, create a little bit of color there. Now I'm working in some white icing. I'm flooding the bottom part of his mouth, and then I'll be flooding his little nose area. I switched up my piping tip to a 1.5, and now I'm just creating a little bit of fur on the top of his nose. Grabbing my light pink icing and making a little heart nose. Now I'm painting on his pupils. I'm using a very fine brush and some black airbrush color. Final step, a little message. I thought this was funny. Kind of went with his expression. Happy Singles Awareness Day. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.